红色是表示你的专注力显示得很高。
Teachers at this primary school in China
蓝色是走神了。
know exactly when someone isn't paying attention.
白色就是你可能跟网络还没有连接好。
These headbands measure each student's level of concentration. The information is then directly sent to the teacher's computer and to parents.
From virtual assistants to robot teachers, AI's role in education. Imagine you wake up tomorrow and your teacher's a robot. Not a friendly Android helper, but a machine that controls your entire learning experience. Sounds like science fiction, right? But what if I told you it's not that far-fetched? In this mind-blowing episode, we're diving deep into the world of AI in education. Is it a revolution or a recipe for disaster? We're about to crack open the code and explore the surprising truth behind AI's takeover of the classroom. Buckle up, because this is one lesson you won't want to miss. So now, I want you to imagine a classroom that feels like it has superpowers. It can read your mind, sort of, understanding how you learn best. It can give you high fives for getting things right and offer whispered hints when you get stuck. It can even turn history lessons into time travel adventures and science experiments into explosions. Well, safe explosions. That's the magic of artificial intelligence, AI, stepping into the world of education. Let's ditch the boring textbooks for a second. AI can create personalized learning journeys for each student. Think of it like having your own personal cheerleader and study buddy rolled into one. By analyzing your strengths and weaknesses, AI tailors the learning materials just for you. Struggling with long division, AI whips up some fun games and puzzles to help you master it. Do you whiz through math problems but struggle with remembering historical dates? AI personalizes your history lessons with interactive timelines and simulations that make you feel like you're walking through the past. No more feeling lost in a sea of desks. You're learning at your own pace with the perfect mix of challenge and support. AI is making learning materials more interactive and engaging than ever. Imagine exploring the ancient pyramids in Egypt through a virtual reality simulation, or dissecting a frog in a 3D program on your tablet. These immersive experiences make learning exciting and help concepts stick in your brain much better than rote memorization. Remember that feeling of being stuck on a topic in class while everyone else seemed to get it? AI tutors can be your personal superheroes in those moments. These virtual wizards use student data to understand how each person learns best. They can adjust the difficulty of lessons, offer hints and explanations in different ways, and even point you to practice problems that match your specific areas for improvement. It's like having a patient coach by your side, always ready to explain things in a way that clicks for you. But AI isn't here to replace your teachers. Phew. Instead, it's their ultimate sidekick, freeing them up to be the amazing educators they are. Imagine teachers not drowning in mountains of essays to grade or attendance sheets to fill out. AI can take care of those mundane tasks, giving teachers more time to focus on what they do best, inspiring young minds. With AI's help, teachers can see how the whole class is doing, identify areas where students might need a little extra nudge, and come up with creative lessons that spark curiosity and keep everyone engaged. It's like giving them a magic X-ray to see exactly what each student needs to thrive. Learning shouldn't feel like a chore, should it? AI gets that. It can transform classrooms into interactive playgrounds. Imagine putting on VR goggles and exploring the pyramids of Egypt or dissecting a frog virtually without the mess. AI-powered games and simulations make learning exciting and hands-on. You're not just memorizing facts from a textbook. You're building volcanoes in your living room and solving mysteries alongside history's greatest detectives. It's about understanding concepts in a way that sticks, making learning feel more like an adventure than a test. You're even getting the help you need, exactly when you need it. You know, sometimes you might get stuck on a homework problem or have a question pop in your head outside of school hours. In the past, you might have had to wait until the next class or hope to catch your teacher after school. But with AI virtual assistants, help is always just a question away. These digital brainiacs can answer your questions, explain concepts in a clear and simple way, and even point you to helpful resources online. It's like having your own personal on-demand tutor available 24/7. And the coolest part? AI is like a super attentive learning coach, always on the lookout for students who might need a high five or a helping hand. By analyzing student performance, AI can identify any areas where a student might be struggling before they even realize it. This lets teachers step in early and offer support, preventing anyone from falling behind. It's like having a personal tutor whispering helpful hints in your ear, making sure you never get discouraged. AI isn't just for students, it's empowering teachers also. Teachers can come to have superpowers with AI. Just imagine being freed from the burden of tedious tasks like grading essays or tracking attendance. AI can handle those administrative chores, giving teachers back valuable time to focus on what they do best, inspiring and guiding their students. Plus, AI can provide teachers with valuable insights into how their students are learning as a whole class. This allows them to tailor their lessons to better address everyone's needs and create a more effective learning environment for everyone. The future of education with AI is bright. It's a future where every student has the chance to shine, where learning feels exciting and engaging, and where teachers have the tools and support they need to nurture young minds. It's a future where classrooms feel less like rows of desks and more like spaces filled with discovery, collaboration, and endless possibilities. It's a future where students can explore their passions, overcome challenges, and reach their full potential. With AI as their learning companion, students are empowered to become curious explorers, creative problem solvers, and lifelong learners. But as with everything that has a good side, there is also always a bad side to it. And despite all the positive things AI brings to education, the dark shadows that underline its application in education can also not be overlooked. Imagine a classroom where a computer dictates how you learn, instead of a teacher who can understand your struggles and spark your curiosity. That's the creepy reality that AI in education could bring. While it might sound futuristic and cool, there's a dark side to letting robots call the shots in school, and here's why we should be wary of this tech takeover. First things first, AI is only as good as the information it's fed on. If the data used to create these fancy AI tutors and learning programs is biased, guess what? You get biased robots. Imagine an AI program that assumes all boys are good at math and all girls are good at reading. That kind of prejudice baked into the system could discourage students from exploring their true potential and widen the achievement gap between groups. Speaking of gaps, AI programs might not be able to handle the messy, wonderful thing that is a human student. We all learn differently. Some of us are visual learners, some love hands-on activities, and others thrive on discussions. An AI program might struggle to cater to these different styles, leaving some students lost in the digital dust. It's like trying to fit everyone into the same shoe size. It just won't work. What about the teachers? AI might turn them into glorified assistants, grading endless quizzes and managing data instead of inspiring young minds. Remember that passionate teacher who helped you understand a difficult concept or nudged you towards your dream career? With AI in charge, those human connections might become a thing of the past. And let's not forget about privacy. Imagine having every keystroke, every answer you give, every question you ask tracked and analyzed by a computer program. It's a bit like having a big brother robot following you around school, collecting data on your every move. This constant monitoring could create a pressure cooker environment, making it hard for students to relax, explore, and make mistakes, which are all crucial parts of the learning process. Think standardized tests are bad now? AI could make them even worse. Imagine a future where your entire education revolves around getting a good score on a computer-generated test. Creativity, critical thinking, and the ability to solve real-world problems could all go out the window, replaced by rote memorization and robotic test-taking skills. Here's the thing, learning isn't just about downloading information into your brain. It's about developing social skills, learning to collaborate with others, and becoming a well-rounded human being. AI programs might be good at spitting out facts, but they can't teach you empathy, compassion, or how to have a good debate. These are all essential skills that robots just can't seem to grasp. Furthermore, AI could exacerbate social inequalities. Schools with limited resources might not be able to afford the latest AI whiz-bang technology, leaving underprivileged students at a further disadvantage. The rich schools get fancy robots, the poor schools get outdated textbooks. That's a recipe for educational apartheid, not a recipe for success. Instead of relying on robots, shouldn't we be investing in human teachers? Teachers who can connect with students on a personal level, who can celebrate their successes and support them through their struggles? Teachers who can spark a lifelong love of learning, not just a desire to get a good grade on a computer program's test? Education is about more than just churning out robots ourselves. is about nurturing curious, creative individuals who can think for themselves. Let's keep the classrooms human-centered, where the spark of curiosity and the joy of discovery come from passionate teachers, not emotionless algorithms. After all, the last thing we want is a generation of students who learn from robots and act like them too. What do you think about having AI applied in the education sector? Let us hear your thoughts down in the comment section below.